All right. What's up, guys? I've been working on this Spiritborn guide for you. It's correct, except for there's two issues, which I can't seem to figure out how to fix them, so I'm going to have Lee fix them. You're supposed to have the ultimate maxed, but it won't let me put points into this ultimate. So I explained pretty much everything, I think, and it's there for you now. Am I going to play any hardcore this season? Maybe. What are you gonna build? Dime ball lightning or spirit or evades or poison Spiritborn? Which one? I'm one of your favorite streamers. Hell yeah, poison. What do I recommend for what, Coon? I'm the best streamer? Man, you guys are really pumping me up today. I'll take it. Thanks, guys. I don't know about that, but I'm here. It's Bro, this skill is okay. I'm calling the police for anybody who's been using this skill. I'm calling the police. It's so good to see. Whoever's been using this, I'm calling the police. It's so good to see. I'm gonna have to change my build a little bit. Certainly we can make it better than this. First of all, we don't need Frostbolt at all for anything. I need to make myself way faster. How am I? I'm great, buddy. How are you? Are you okay, Rax? Sometimes it looks like you struggle to breathe. I've had that problem my entire life. When I was a little kid, I was deathly ill, and I have well, I'm not deathly ill anymore, but I was really, really not okay. Um, but now I'm better. But I've always had trouble breathing my whole life. Let me give you a full 2-star set for Ball Lightning and get you to level 70. Thank you, Caleb. I'm going to respectfully decline. I have to play it myself and figure it out myself. Otherwise, I won't learn the build. And if I don't learn it, then I can't properly teach it. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, though. You're trying to help me. I appreciate that. So now we got to figure out. Let's try this. You're using Nakuna's Static Field Blizzard and you cleared Pit 120? Oh, wow. That's super good. Yeah, I saw the patch. Okay, so I'm pulsing for like 500 damage as a little baby sorcerer. Diablo 4 good until the 29th. At least Blizzard made the game better. At least they made the game better. I will take it. Hi, Maxim. You're gonna play a private league starting later today. Are my current guides available to try out? Yeah, if you go to my YouTube, I have a video on Plant Daddy. I have a video on Plant Daddy and a planner. And that will carry you through that league for sure. Plant Daddy is an amazing build. It's good at everything. I don't quite do... First of all, I should not have Frozen Orb as my secondary thing. Okay, guys, we gotta find a way to make this better. You cleared pit 120 with this build? Jesus. Okay, so let's see here. Hi, Riley. You killed Mephisto? She's huge. Nice. So, season completed? Huh. I'm trying to find something good for the second enchantment slot. Yeah, I think they're changing that close but no cigar. Could take teleport, I guess. Teleport doesn't seem that good, though. I don't know. I can't really see anything that actually helps me. Thinking about taking ice armor. Hmm. Try that. Oops. I don't know that. It's. Let's try the snake instead. I have no idea. Oh, leveling build Prudent Heart has been removed. Uh, I would just take anything that gives you any damage. Sir Zypa. When I play leveling builds, I don't even use a single legendary power. But I'll tell Lee to remove it and add something else. But literally anything that gives you any damage. Like anything. Like the aspect of the elements gives you more damage. Conceited gives you more damage if you have a barrier. Anything. You shouldn't need it though. But I will tell Lee to remove it. I told Lee, though. We're frying, boys. Is the shock set charm not T10 strong? Well, I don't know what the shock set does, but a couple people just said they cleared over pit 120 with this build. Is that what you mean? How's the sorcerer so far? Good. We're just leveling up. This static field blizzard is the most ridiculous crap I've ever seen. I mean, I'm pulsing for 1,000 damage with all yellows. Okay. We go over here. I mean, I'm not challenged at all like this. This is super free. Invictus, how are you? So here we go. We got 4 familiars and our Hydra and our ultimate, and now we spam Blizzard. Nice. He put a thing on me which doesn't let me attack. I love that. And I absolutely murdered him. No chance. Fall away from me. Away from me. Thank you for your loot filter. You always use my loot filters, and they're the best. Thank you, my friend. Well, I'll keep making them then, and I will continue to try to make them excellent for you. Beating me down. Beating me down. Into the ground. Screaming so sound. Beating down. Into the ground. Bum, 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 bum. Let's try an Infernal Horde for fun. I hate these, but let's do it anyway. Sometimes you gotta do the stuff you hate. Is Ball Lightning Sorcerer good again? I think it's borderline best in the game. Okay, well, this build is pretty dumb for leveling. If you haven't noticed, I have pretty much nothing. All right, this is definitely the best option. Into the ground. This makes sense. I mean, this is so free. It's not even close. I don't know this one. Use Fireball and Familiar. Okay. I'm using Fireball Blizzard right now. The Blizzard doesn't seem to help me at all, though. Dude, this is so free. These guys can't do anything to me. You can't do anything to me. I'm too strong. I'm too strong. I'm too strong with my absolutely nothing. You just corrupted indestructible. Oof. That is not what we wanted. Is that you, Peter? Taco Eater. The new PoE2 update is a love note to the blasters. The endgame looks deep, then the depth is what we always wanted. Hope they go even deeper. God, that sounds like a comment you would leave on like a porn site, man. No, I agree with you though, buddy. Sarcastic Rax, it's Nick. Huge fan, been watching since the beginning of D3. You broke your ankle on Saturday. You're blasting from the couch. Thanks for the company. You want to hear a funny story, Nick? I'll tell you a story I haven't told too often on this stream. I don't know if I've ever told this story on stream. So, when I was in 7th grade, I think, a girl named Lacey that I really liked agreed to go on a date with me to a movie. And we actually lived pretty close to the movie theater. So we were just going to walk there. So it was going to be me, Lacey, her friend, and my friend Aaron. And my friend Aaron lives right by Lacey. We all live by each other. So when I was in 7th grade, I was a very, very, very fast runner. In particular, I was a very fast sprinter. Like, probably best in my school. Super, super, super fast. So I was excited that I was going to get to go on a date with Lacey. And first thing I did was I left my house and I ran as fast as I could to Aaron's house first. So I ran to Aaron's house as fast as I could possibly run. And Aaron had a very big yard, and the grass was very, very tall. So I running on the street. I ran up the curve. I ran into Aaron's yard, and I'm running for the front door. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what happened. I was just pulled and slammed to the ground. Like, I was slammed to the ground harder than anything that had ever happened to me before. Like, so I was running full speed in his yard, and then bam, I don't even know what happened. Like, I'm laying on the ground, like, face down. I had the wind knocked out of me, like, and I must have laid there for a minute or two. And I don't know what happened. I rolled over, and the first thing I did is I checked, I don't know, my face, my neck, my arms, like my ribs. Did I break every bone in my body? Like, what I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. I don't know what happened. I just got slammed to the earth. And I sit up. My arm is not broken. My ribs are not broken. My leg is not, or my neck is not broken. And there's no one around me. There's nobody. There's no animals. There's no person. And I can't for the life of me figure out what happened. And then I finally figured it out when I tried to stand up. Right in front of me, which was invisible for me to see through the really lush grass, was a hole. And the hole was, I don't know, maybe 6 inches deep. That's what she said. And it was the absolute perfect size of a shoe. So what had happened was I was running full speed. I stepped into this hole, and then the front of my foot caught the wall of the hole as my body went forward, and it completely caught my foot as I was running full speed, and it slammed me to the ground. It was one of two things. Either it rips my foot completely off of my leg, or its body slams me to the ground immediately. And so I stood up and I checked both of my legs, and both of my legs still worked. It wasn't broken. And I could walk, but every time I stepped with my foot, it was like, if you ever had your foot be falling asleep, you know that, like, crazy tingling feeling. I could walk, but that's what it felt like. It felt like that crazy tingling perpetually. And I was like, oh, okay. I gathered myself, and then I knocked on Aaron's door and I told him, dude, I actually just killed myself on your lawn. Like, if you would have seen it, you wouldn't have believed it. He's like, can you even go to the movie? I'm like, oh, I'm going. So we went to go get Lacey. I told her, like, I just destroyed my leg or whatever, but we ball anyway. She's like, all right. So we went to the movie. I walked all the way to the mall where the movie theater was. I walked to the movie. It was okay, other than my foot was tingling. We watched the movie, and it was over. And then I stood up, and I instantly collapsed to the floor. My foot had, with like 2 hours to sit around and think about what happened to it, my foot didn't work anymore. And I was like, oh my God. I can't, my foot is gone. I can't walk anymore. And they're like, should we call our mom? I go, no, it's okay. Listen, you guys head back. I'll catch up with you. And they're like, how exactly do you intend to catch up to us? And I go, I have a terrible plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off both of my socks, and I'm going to tie my foot to my ankle, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make myself a cast out of tying 2 socks to each other. I'm going to tie my foot to my ankle, and then I'm going to walk home and catch up with you guys. And they're like, well, we'll just wait for you to do that. I'm like, no, it's okay. Just go on. I don't want to hold you guys up. And then I sat in the movie theater, and I did exactly that. I tied my 2 socks together. I tried to walk, and it really didn't work. And it was like excruciating pain to walk now. And so I walked out of the movie theater, and I walked maybe half of a block, and then I there was a payphone outside of the movie theater to call my mom, but I didn't have a quarter or 35 cents to call her, and we didn't have cell phones back then. In 7th grade, cell phones weren't a thing. So I needed 35 cents to call my mom. And I was like, well, I could crawl home. And then I kind of crawled across one of the main streets of my city. And then there was a diner. There was a diner that I was crossing in front of, and a lady ran out. She said, yo, what is going on here? I just saw you crawl across O Street, which is like the main street in Lincoln. She's like, you're clearly very hurt. We need to call your mom. And I was like, I don't have 35 cents to call my mom. So she helped me hobble inside Village Inn. If you guys have ever been to Village Inn, they have good food, actually. Some of you will know what Village Inn is. I went inside Village Inn, and the manager called my mom, and my mom picked me up, and she's like, how hurt are you? Like, really? I'm like, I can't walk. Like, I'm not kidding. I can't walk. She's like, okay, we're going to take you to urgent care. And then I got an x-ray, and the doctor looked at the x-ray. He goes, and he goes, well, I've got bad news for you, Ryan. I'm like, oh, great. Yep, lay it on me. What's the bad news? And he said, well, you didn't break your foot. You sprained it. And I was like, well, that sounds like great news. What are you talking about? He goes, no, that's bad news. So if you look at how you sprained your ankle, this is like one of the worst sprains I've ever seen. Like, how did you sprain your ankle? I'm like, well, I was running full speed, and I stepped into a ditch, and it body slammed me on the ground. He's like, oh, Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll do it. So your entire body weight was like torquing your ankle as you slammed yourself to the ground, and then you decided to walk to a mall, and then afterward you decided to tie yourself a little cast out of 2 socks and try to crawl home. He's like, there were not very smart decisions made today, Ryan. And he's like, it would have been better if you would have broken your ankle than this bad of a sprain. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to wear this air cast for a while until you're going to be able to walk again. I was like, okay, great. So anyway, when you super chatted and said that you broke your ankle on Sunday, I was going to say that's better than what I did. I sprained it so severely that I was in an air cast for, God, I don't know how long. I felt like I was in that air cast for at least 2 months. And all because I was so excited to go on the date with Lacey. Wow. Butchie! Hi, Butchie. This guy actually hurts when you're a little baby sorcerer. I was very, very hurt. There was no walking for me, that's for damn sure. Is Ball Lightning going to be my late game thing? I mean, all of my characters are in Torment 12. My Warlock, Paladin, and Spiritborn, they're all in Torment 12 already, so. You just found Ethereals on your Paladin. What should you temper on it? I should have it in the guide. Another thing you need to think about is, are you only playing your Paladin, or are you going to make multiple classes? You might want to temper something generic if you're going to do multiple classes. But if you're not going to corrupt it, which I think you should corrupt it, but if you don't corrupt it, then it doesn't matter what you temper at all, because you can always change it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I see what you mean. Oh, I see. What you meant to, okay, what you were meaning was, are we gonna, is this going to become Ball Lightning? Is this build going to become Ball Lightning? Yes. I thought you were asking me, am I taking Ball Lightning as my end game build, like for my characters? And I was like, all of my characters are in the end game. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to change to Ball Lightning, right? talking to Lee here. We have a bug with the Mobalytics planner. It won't let me max out my Spiritborn ultimate for some reason, so we need to get that fixed because it's incorrect in the guide because of it. Just looking for green text. Okay. Was I surprised there was no mention about war plans character wide on patch notes? I was. I can just ask them. I just asked them. I said, A, are you going to make war plans account wide? B, are you going to introduce it this season? I just asked them to see what they say. They might give me an answer, you never know, or they might not. They might say, Rex, fuck you. It might be one of those things that's harder to code than you might imagine. You might just think, oh, make war plans account wide, just flip the button that makes them account wide, duh. But it might not be that easy. They might be like coded a certain way to like track it on each individual character, and in order to switch it, they need like new architecture where it's like tracked in an account wide progression, and then if it needs logic where if you create a new character and then delete a new character, that the progress stays and make sure there's no glitches and testing. And every time I think something is easy to code in one of these games and then I talk to the developers and they tell me the steps required to implement it, it's always way more difficult than you would imagine. It's like the background is blue, we want it to be red. It's like, well, the background is actually integrated with these sprites and these objects, and when you change the color of it, they all mess up and blah, blah. It's like, oh my god, dude. I'm so glad I'm not a game dev. Is Sorcerer the most OP? Well, in the end game, it's definitely up there. You had a back spasm and now you can hardly move. Man, everybody's getting injured. I'm probably next, I guess. Do I have plans to update my paladin build? What needs updating on the paladin build? So my paladin build killed Uber Mephisto and it's in T12. What needs updating? I mean, of course, if there's like a new discovery or something, there's a whole new way to play it, sure, but update it for what? All right. Why do we have an elite on me here? Am I doing Barb after? Let's see, how many days do I have? Oh, I should be able to do at least one more class after. I should be able to do at least one more class, maybe 2 more classes after Sorcerer. But did it kill Mephisto T12? Almost no builds can kill Mephisto T12 unless they're like giga busted or overtuned. T12 Mephisto has, I would bet, like quadrillions of health. So I don't think killing T12 Mephisto is a barometer for anything. There's a lot of builds that are going to get a mega nerf, but no, the Paladin has no chance to kill T12 Mephisto. This leveling is slow. Why not open T12 caches? So if you don't mind, let me turn that around on you, buddy. Why do you think I'm leveling this sorcerer instead of using caches? Can you think of a reason why? What's the difference between the pit and the tower? Oh, I'm so glad that you asked that, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad that you asked that. Either I like leveling or I'm leveling my war plans. Neither of those things. I hate leveling, and the last thing I want to do is level another set of war plans. The reason why I'm leveling is so I can make you a leveling guide. That's why. This seems to be the best way to level by a mile on Sorcerer. So now that I've dicked around with it, now I can make you a guide. Anyway, yeah, the difference between the pit and the tower. See, the pit goes down, but the tower, the new mode that they added, is completely different. The tower goes up. That's the new endgame system that we got from Blizzard. We got the pit with a new name, and it goes up. Wait, what? Yeah, Sir Zytha, you probably think I'm kidding. You're probably like, wow, this guy's trolling. He's not actually explaining the difference. I'm 100% serious. That's the difference. Blizzard introduced the exact same game mode, called it the tower, made it go up instead of down, and thought we wouldn't notice. maybe next expansion, we're going to get a new endgame mechanic, and we're going to call it Zone Corruption. And what's going to happen is, instead of 55 minutes out of an hour, 45 minutes out of an hour, a zone is going to change colors and have little events in it. It's going to be called Zone Corruption. That's the next end game. That idea might actually work. Well, we better hope it works. They've had that idea 500 times in a row. It's called Helltide. I saw somebody comment on a YouTube video, which I will not name, but somebody commented, "Hey, Diablo 4 is so great now. Honestly, if they have the seasons that just have the powers on top of the game as it is now, then the game will be great." I had to read it like 5 times, and I had to be like, is there actually someone out there that just typed that they're okay with Blizzard releasing all the same shitty powers as seasons again, just because the campaign or the expansion made the game a little bit better? It's like, how are these people allowed to speak words? Like, there's some real dangerous characters out there. We better never see powers for the rest of our lives as a season mechanic. How was this? I don't know, man. That was crazy. I think the guy that's talking on YouTube is like, I don't even mean this as a joke. I don't mean this as an insult. I think he might be schizophrenic or something. He's having a conversation. He's getting mad at an insult that somebody typed, but if I'm looking at this correctly, okay, no, they have almost, okay, never mind. I thought it was the same person talking to himself, but they have a very similar name, but it's two different people talking to each other. Okay. I yeah, okay, now it's starting to make more sense. I thought it was the same person talking to himself. I was like, this guy, my cousin, two of my cousins actually have very, very bad schizophrenia. He's like talking to himself. I'm like, what's going on over there? You should let us speak to Chromie to activate different timelines for different powers. Guys, can I make a suggestion? Can I make a crazy suggestion here? I have an idea for what we could do for seasons. Just hear me out first. Hear me out. Listen to this idea. Why don't we take either a mechanic for Diablo 4 that isn't in the game that we would like to be in the game, or we take an existing mechanic that everybody seems to hate, like the Infernal Hordes, for example, and why don't we allocate that 3 months of development time into making a new permanent addition to Diablo 4 that we think people will love, or severely revamping something that people hate, and then release that as the season with something really cool tied to that, instead of powers and a different color Helltide every time. That way, every season, Diablo 3 is getting significantly, or Diablo 4 is getting significantly better. Instead of powers that don't improve it at all, that everybody hates, and it disappears, and then we've gained nothing. How about that? This looks like a good. This looks like a good thing for ball lightning. Does this idea cost $40? No. The seasons would be free. That sounds like PoE to you? Well, it's certainly not just PoE that has this strategy. It's not just PoE. That would cost Morty. Did you? I think you meant money. Morty, money. I swear to God, if the next season is powers, their excuse last time when we told them we hated powers, like 2 seasons into it, was, well, we've already developed like a year out, so we get it. You hate powers. Okay, fine. That year has passed. You did powers 500 times in a row, and you changed it to perks. Then you released the Butcher season, which wasn't really powers, but everybody hated that, but it's fine. I'll give you a pass on that because the expansion was coming out and you had a very short season. It's whatever. It doesn't bother me. But now the expansion is out. You have a good base. And we told you multiple years ago, we are sick and tired and hate powers. So if this next season is powers again or anything like it, we're doomed. It's over. So we just got to pray. We have to pray. Maybe we won't get powers again if we're super lucky. What's the season mechanic this season? They don't have a season mechanic because it's the expansion. Fine with me. The expansion improved the game enough where I give you a pass. No season mechanic. All good. What's with this music? Lol. Are you trying to tell me you don't like One Direction? Why do I only have 6 cinders in this Helltide? Am I not in... Is this not Helltide? The whole thing says Helltide at the top. How do I only have 6 cinders? It's impossible. What's going on? Is this Helltide bugged? Okay, I guess this Helltide's bugged. It doesn't drop Cindy's. You did it. You got 0. It's bugged. It's bugged. This auto cast of Blizzard seems completely useless. Do I have a pet equipped? Yeah, he's right there. It was a long woman. Are we doing Barb next? We could. Is that what you guys want me to do next? Okay, guys. I have a completely different idea. Guys, what if we did this? Forget all the ideas. Forget them all. What if we did this? Instead, we just do powers again. What if we just do powers again? Fuck it. What if we just give up? Every time we get powers and we change the color of the Helltide to Blue raspberry this season. Guys, when you go to the gas station, what slushie do you think is better? The blue raspberry, or there's three choices. The blue raspberry one, the cherry one, or the Coca-Cola one? Which slushie do you get? Blue raspberry, cherry, or Coca-Cola? Cherry, blue, Coke. Cherry, Coke, none of them? You must be fun at parties. You mix them, you get the cherry and the Coke? Holy! First came Newton, then Einstein, and then that guy. Here's the real trivia question. Do any of you guys know the name of this band without using the exclamation song command? Who actually knows this band? Nope, there were no correct answers before someone used the command. Guys, this is Oingo Boingo. Come on. This is a god band. The lead singer here, Danny Elfman, is a very famous musician. Writes and produces a lot of very famous songs. I bet you know this song. This is their most famous song. Let me find it. Here, this is also Oingo Boingo. You ever heard this one? This song is so funny. This is also Oingo Boingo. I think Danny Elfman did do the Simpsons theme. I mean, we can Google it. Danny Elfman career. He worked on Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, Mars Attacks, Sleepy Hollow, Big Fish, Alice in Wonderland, Darkman, A Simple Plan, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Oz the Great and Powerful, Doctor Strange, Good Will Hunting, 50 Shades of Grey, Men in Black, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Desperate Housewives, The Simpsons. This guy is an actual god. He literally did everything. Danny Elfman is a god. Danny Elfman, he's a god. His band is Oingo Boingo. When people don't know who Oingo Boingo is, I get instantly triggered. It's like not knowing what pizza is. Literally all of Oingo Boingo's music, they're all bangers, all of it. Oingo Boingo, what a name. Guys, a bunch of my friends came from out of town, and later today, we're going to go to a super godly Mexican restaurant. If any of you guys want to come, everybody's invited. All you guys have to do is make the car trip down to Lincoln, Nebraska. This place is godly. You live in Omaha? Are there good Mexican restaurants in Omaha? That's where the Rax comes from, my name, Nebraska. You have your birthday dinner tonight? It's your birthday today, Riley? Well, you want to know what, Riley? You don't look a day over 21. You don't look a day over 21. Hopefully she's not actually younger than 21. That'd be a backfire. Where are my monsters? It's technically tomorrow, but you're not going to mess with Mother's Day. Tomorrow you're going to be 40. Yo, Riley, you're older than me. I'm going to be 40 in August. It's all over. What are you doing for your birthday dinner? Tell me you're going to a Mexican place. Tell me you're going to a Mexican place. Don't tell me you're going for sushi. Oh, please. Greek? Okay. Can live with that. It's not Mexican, but that's not terrible. You turn 40 next month. We're a bunch of 1986 babies. After an 8-month fight today, Mitch, you found out that you beat cancer. Did you really? How did you do it? Was it a surgery? Was it chemo? How did you win? God, cancer killed my entire family. I'm so glad somebody around here can beat it. Good job, dude. How did you win? One of my friends just found out she has, I believe it's stage 2 ovarian cancer. She just found out. I don't understand. Why can't I slot this in? Oh, I already have one. You had a surgery and then 6 months of chemo and then you won? Oh man, dude, that's actually so great to hear. I'm happy for you, man. Easy W. Oh, that's great to hear. It is possible to win. So are you absolutely going to pig out for your birthday? Are you going to eat until you're the good Are you going to eat until you're the Goodyear blimp? Are you going with your family? What would be more fun for your birthday? Going with your family or going with your friends? You're going to drink too, blimpy and tipsy. Wow. Friends? You guys have friends? Rax is asking PoE2 blasters if we have friends. Damn, guys, didn't realize it was such a sore subject. My bad. Jesus Christ. With your boyfriend and your daughter. Hell yeah. What do you get at a Greek restaurant? A gyro? It's no gyro, it's gyro. What's usually in that? Lamb? Greek food? Thank you, Xanth. And if you don't mind, please stick around. If I have any further questions, I would like to consult your wisdom, if you don't mind. The Greek restaurant serves Greek food. Very good, very good. That's very helpful. You get a salad? But how are you going to turn into a blimp eating a salad? Are you going to drench it in dressing? I haven't been paying attention at all. The thing that I think are pretty useless are my enchantment slots. I don't think they actually do anything. In Greece, Greek food is called food. Thank you, Mojito. Yes, thank you. We're learning a lot from chat today. This is very helpful. So this is bugged again. This Helltide doesn't actually give any Cindies. So this is also bugged. Okay, I think I'm noticing a pattern here. If you see how this ground is a little bit grayer than this ground, is that what it is? Like, this is dark gray, but this is like lighter. You can only get cinders off of the light areas. You're not in Helltide. Why does it say Helltide in the top right corner? Why does it say Helltide in the top right corner with cinders if I'm not in Helltide? Same thing. I got timer here, and I have the progress bar here. It has... I don't know. Am I crazy, or is these two zones also colored red? Let's see what happens when the Helltide goes away in 4 minutes. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens when the Helltide disappears. Because I keep getting debated. My map is bugged. Let's see if we can get another... Is there any chance we can get another chest open in 2 minutes and 37 seconds? That would be nice. see, I got 61. I should definitely be able. I only need 3 Cindy's. Somebody help me. Monsters, hello? Thank you. They gave me 0 Cindy's. Like to thank Satan for that. There we go. Take all of that. Do I have a Sophie? Do I have a paid setup of this build? Not yet, but I will in like a day or two. I will have it up soon, but not right now. Okay, the Helltide is gone. Okay, so the bottom zone is just always red. So this zone is just always red. But what about this zone? Why was this zone red? This whole thing was red. Why? This one is just... I guess it's just always red? Your pants are always red? Your pants are always red. Red, huh? That's not the color I would have guessed, but okay. Your pants are always red? Okay. I don't think I want to know why. But thank you for telling me. Skywalk. What's up, Rax? I'm glad you're back to D4. Now you can copy all of my builds. You missed me? Hell yeah, buddy. Glad to be here, man. Copy my builds. Do it, man. Hell yeah, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna get this. In Cursiog. Did I say that right? He subbed and gifted a sub. This guy's going straight to heaven. Thank you, my dude. Was I able to kill Uber Mephisto on my Warlock? Yes. Yes, he's dead. All of my characters can kill Uber Mephisto. My Paladin can almost tank all of his abilities. There's a couple that still one-shot me, but my Paladin is so tanky, I can almost just face tank him. My Spiritborn hits for 9 trillion damage, so it's just a function of one-shotting him quickly in each phase. 9 trillion is pretty good. How much? Yeah, I mean, it's either that. Either you get really tanky and play really good, or you just one-shot him. Those are your two choices. I think for most, I don't mean to be rude, but just being honest, I don't think most people are going to be able to do Uber Mephisto's mechanics for any sustained period of time, unless you're like a Souls player. So I think the much better option for people is to... I think the much better option is to get so much damage you don't even have a fight. I think the number of people who log into Diablo 4 who have the gaming skill to play against Uber Mephisto in a 10-minute fight and survive his mechanics is probably less than 2% of players. So you probably have to go the one-shot route for most. Because it's the... Which is fine. Diablo 4 is not supposed to be like a Souls-like game, so it's fine. Like if Blizzard created a quote unquote pretty good build, like just as an example, let's say they took my Dreadclaw Warlock, and the only thing they changed about my Dreadclaw Warlock is they reduced my glyphs from whatever they currently are, let's say 80 to 51. So you still have the legendary glyphs for every slot. And they put that as a challenge rift. You have to kill Uber Mephisto with this character, but we're going to tone down this character's damage a bit. It would probably be, without the cutscenes, maybe like, I don't know, like a 6 to 8 minute fight in totals, something like that. The number of people who would successfully beat the boss is not many. But if people keep playing, greater affix, get the godly masterwork, get the godly corruption, get their glyphs up to 110, and then the fight, instead of a 6-minute fight, is a 30-second fight, then, almost everybody can beat it. Yeah, the only time I've been able, if I had to do mechanics, the only time I've been able to kill Uber Mephisto in Phase 3 is by dodging all of his mechanics. I've never had a character that could survive a single, actual Phase 3 mechanic. They even killed my Hammerden, who could pretty much face tank everything else up to it. Yeah, Barb, I think, can just... Barb doesn't care. Barb can... I've heard Barb just not only one-shots him instantly, but also can't be killed. Did I see the secret pit boss? I don't know if I've ever fought him. Yeah, you have to kill him though to unlock the T12 seasonal thing, right? You do have to kill him if you want that. I guess if you don't care about the seasonal journey, then you don't have to kill him. Yeah, I mean, if you can nuke a good portion of his HP, that's really good. Okay. Is it just me, or do you get like 0 XP in this game for killing monsters, and all of your XP comes from like experience orbs or completing a quest or something? It feels like me killing monsters doing these events is just useless. I don't know. No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the literal amount of the XP that I get. I'm talking about the comparison. Killing monsters versus turn-ins. Killing monsters on any difficulty seems useless. It seems like actually useless. It's way better just to rush ahead and complete the objective. Like, I barely got any XP killing monsters here. Let's see what this does for me. Yeah, I mean, it honestly wasn't that much either. Oh, but the experience globe. Look at the globes. Look at the globe. See? Look what the globes do. My god, man. Those globes are crazy. Do I even have a second enchantment slot? I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I don't know. I don't even know what to do with my enchantment slots while leveling. Oh, in the end game, they'll be good. It seems like the enchantment slots for leveling are pretty shitty. I can't seem to come up with. I can't seem to come up with anything that actually makes a difference. The fireball one is great. I mean, well, not really for this build. I have really godly AoE. I don't need more AoE. You take Fireball and Familiar. Yeah, I mean, Fireball is the age-old classic, but it just gives you AoE, right? Does the static thing apply a damage over time? So sparking damage, it is over a period. Does this count as a damage over time to trigger Fireball? I mean, I guess, but I don't, again, I don't really need, I don't really need AoE damage. Like, that's what I'm really good at. But let's try it anyway. What I need is single target or barrier or movement speed or something. I guess this is still better than what I was doing. Yeah. It's still probably the best option. I wonder if there's a conjuration better than Hydra. Someone get this man some movement speed. Thank you, Haley. All I need is tacos and movement speed. Johnny Resnick, man. I'm stunned. And I do it. All right. Vulnerable. That might be a good one. Which Ascendancy is his grinding gear games gonna shadow drop before? Dude, what if grinding gear games right before the season launches drops the duelist with swords? Well, what if that was their plan the whole time? Cope? Not even coping. I'll be honest, I don't even care if they drop it. It'd be cool if they dropped it. I like swords, I like the duelists. I'm down. But I don't care. I want the endgame update to be good. I ain't got no time to care about the new class. Portal Invasion. A Hellborn. Okay, we have a Hellborn here. He absolutely is immortal. Murdered. Oh god, this guy looks chunky. A 62 is good number, yes, okay. Is Diablo in a good state right now? Well, it's in the best state that it's ever been in. Like, by a lot. The previous states that the game was in were super mega horrible. So that does need to be said. But it is a lot better than before. Let me put it to you this way. If Diablo 4, if this game that we're playing right here, if this was the launch of D4, this is the first time we ever played it, and it played like this, the game would be fantastic. Problem is, this is not the launch of the game. This is the game multiple years and 2 extra swipes of the credit card later. So, I had the best playlist ever. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate that. Dave Matthews Band, pretty good. This should have been the launch of the game, but So the good news here, if you look at the big picture, if you look at the big picture here, the best news about this state of Diablo 4 is I do not believe they need to allocate a ton of developer time into the main structure of the game. Instead of redoing resistances, redoing armor, redoing everything over and over and over, and never actually giving us anything new, now that they have toughness, now that the leveling has a sense of progression to it, now that there is some sense of endgame progression, now that they've wrapped up how the seasonal journey will probably be laid out going forward, now that they put some crafting in the game, now with the billions of dollars that you made, now you can probably make new things, right? Instead of constantly redoing what we already have. So Diablo might actually get some meaningful updates that truly move the needle on what we're doing. Remember, right now we're still doing all the same shit we always did, just doing 5 of them in a row. So we didn't even get anything new there. You know, we're still missing some critical things, though. For example, we don't have SSF mode. That would be massive. Murdered. Can you comb my beard? I mean, for 20 bucks? Sure, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. We can do a lot of things for 20 bucks. I need to actually shave it. I think I'm going to take half of it off tonight. Watch my XP bar as I kill monsters. It just crawls up. How many viewers can you get for 20 bucks? You mean like view bots? I have no idea. I've never bought any. Probably 100. I don't know. View bots do help for one thing. They increase your CCV, which gets you better sponsors. Oh, how many wieners? Oh, I thought he said viewers. Oh, I know a lot about that. Oh, how many wieners? You can get a lot of wieners for 20 bucks. And trust me, that's something I have a lot of experience with. Viewbot number 11 reporting. Good to have you here, buddy. So you steal sponsors, lol. What? 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 I know a lot of males who will use their wiener on literally anything with a pulse. Maybe in some cases, they don't even have to have a pulse. Wieners are very cheap. There are 100 dicks on a wall. How many do you choke on? As many wiener jokes as I make around here, I usually stay away from them. I shouldn't have used my ultimate there. That was stupid. Oh well. When do I ever do the smart thing? Pretty much never. Hey, I love that I'm getting these glyphs. That's nice. That might be really good. No. No. I guess let's level destruction. All right. Nothing there is really any good. Boink. Kurost Undercity. Okay. How do you get to show item affix ranges? I think it's an option in the... It's one of the options in the menu, like detailed stats or something. You followed my Paladin Wingaling build. You're T6, you're struggling with reducing the ultimate cooldown and faith regen. You don't know why. So faith regen can be solved very easily. Until you have the gear that you need, just put rally on your bar. You can drop condemn or whatever other random skill you have. Just put rally on your bar. Press rally when you're out of faith. Bam, back to full faith. So that's easy. Just take rally. Why you can't reduce your cooldown. So as you start to build out the entire character, your ultimate should be up pretty much all the time. But before then, it's not the biggest deal in the world because you can keep up Arbiter without using the ultimate Arbiter form. Or what's it called? Arbiter of Destruction. One of them is the ultimate Arbiter of Destruction, and the other one is just Arbiter. As long as you keep up Arbiter, you get your wings, which is fine. Tips for farming runes. I don't ever target farm anything. All I do is war plans, and it gives you pretty much everything there. But I thought runes, is it the best to farm it in Kurost Undercity with the rune tributes? I thought it used to be best in Kurost Undercity. Okay, chat is confirming Kurost Undercity. Oh, just your standard 400 damage increase. Not bad, not bad. Zigor, Schmidt, Danastian, Acheron, Acheron. It's the guy that transfers people from the underworld, right? She calls me dog. Trey, Van Squishy, The Average. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. Mizzy, thank you so much for the 5 subs. Mizzy's going straight to heaven. Gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Mizzy. What was that for? Haley Cat. Guys, don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch Prime sub a month. Just click subscribe and use Prime. It's probably just sitting there unused, and you're here. You might as well already use it on Rax. Haley, you'll get paid after. Just remember to remove this part of the message. Yeah, Haley is one of my paid actresses. She posts stuff about Prime to get people to transfer Bezos' money from his account to mine. I mean, guys, who do you want to have the money? Jeff Bezos or me? If you want Jeff Bezos to have it, then don't click Prime. If you want me to have it, click Prime. Simple as that. No, but serious talk for 1 second here. You guys definitely don't owe me anything, right? You guys have given me way more than my fair share for the last 7 years I've been streaming. You guys don't owe me anything. You guys don't have to. In fact, honestly, if you have a Prime up and you like other streamers besides me, especially if they have less CCV than me, give the Prime to them. Don't give it to me. You guys have given me way more than my fair share, and my mom was a financial advisor before she passed away, so I have literally been investing and saving money since I was a little kid. So I'm good. Give it to a content creator that really, really needs it, that it will make the difference in whether they can continue streaming or not. You know what I mean? It's I will continue streaming either way, so might as well give it to them. he's lying. You owe him your Prime sub. Okay, Haley just got a raise. Haley's gonna get free food at the Mexican restaurant tonight. Gazzy needs the money. Think, if I remember correctly, Gazzy's fiance is finishing up school, and Gazzy has a young daughter, right? So, yeah, give it to Gazzy for his family, or give it to DM for his move out of Alaska fund. Rax is the new Bezos. I'm not Bezos, man, but I would say I'm good with money. I always have been because of my mom. I know how to save. I know how to invest. I'm unimaginably confident in it. I've been doing it my entire life. I'm good at it. I vehemently invest constantly. Can I give you some financial advice? Should I invest in Bitcoin? Or do I put 10% of my disposable income into an index fund? God, I would love to tell you the answer. Okay, so I'm very, very careful about not giving financial advice. I think it's put all your money on Pokemon cards. That's another topic. You guys might not know this, but I actually know a lot about this stuff. I've researched a lot of this stuff actually. So instead of giving you financial advice, I will just give you a fact. This is an indisputable fact that you can Google, right? If you put your whatever money you're going to invest, if you put your money that you're investing in a total stock market index with either low or zero fees, you will have a better rate of return than 90% of investors. And you can just Google this. It's a fact. You'll beat 90% of people doing the most dumbass thing possible. And when I say dumbass, I don't mean it's a dumbass thing to do. I mean, you're doing the most simple 5-year-old investing strategy possible, and you will beat 90% of people. You can just Google it. This is an indisputable fact. As a general rule of thumb, investing in cryptocurrencies and to some degree investing in blockchain technology is much more of a gamble. You could win big, you could lose it all. So it's really what your appetite for risk is. Tell us the next NVIDIA. But Jay Gummany, this is going to be like an answer from the Oracle of the Matrix. Did you hear what I just told you? What I just told you is you don't need to find the next NVIDIA. If you think about what I just told you, you don't have to find the next NVIDIA. That's the funny part. That's what every bad investor tries to do. They try to find the next NVIDIA, and then they always get it wrong. Yeah, you'll hear the stories of 1 in 1,000 tries, someone will get it right. But if you spend your time not looking for the next NVIDIA, that's how you make money. I should make a channel and talk about finances. I learned it from my mom. Thoughts on gold and silver? Okay, so this has nothing to do with gold and silver. But you want to hear a crazy fact about it? This has nothing to do with us, right? Like, actually nothing. But it's kind of just fun to think about. Did you know that precious metals and different, like, precious resources like gold, silver, platinum, even diamonds, did you know in space, on like other planets, it's either already discovered or highly thought to be that these metals are outrageously abundant? But you want to know what resource is on Earth that we have never found in space or any planet ever? Wood. Trees. So here we plant trees, we chop them down, they mean nothing. You can buy a sheet of paper for a cent, right? But in the terms of the cosmos, trees and wood and paper is beyond invaluable. So for the ultima giga long-term 1 million years from now, investing in gold and silver is the most worthless thing you could invest in, because there's so much of it everywhere. We could farm a planet of gold, but you'll never see another tree for the rest of your life. So, thoughts on investing gold and silver? Well, if you're making a 1 million year plan, that's the most dog shit strategy ever. But of course, that has nothing to do with right now, because we're probably going to be dead tomorrow anyway, so we're thinking much more short term than that. But in general, well, we see water. We've located water on other planets, but we've never seen a tree. Never. No trees. That doesn't mean that they don't exist. It just means that we haven't found it. You are wrong. Thank you for your input, Binu. I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from you. You are wrong. Its rarity and usefulness, wood is useless. Wood is useless? Binu, how tall was the tree that you fell out of when you hit your head on the concrete? How tall was it? Was it a California redwood? Like, I don't know. All right, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to take a breath. I don't want to be rude. It's just, okay, I'm going to try to be nice here. You just strike me as just an absolute dumbass piece of shit. Trying to be nice here. That's my nice way to say it. My God, dude. Jesus Christ. That was a good nice cop, bad cop by Rax. Yeah, thank God I held back there. Other civilizations that are already evolved don't need this. The aliens that live on other planets that have everything already solved don't use the wood that they don't have. I mean, my mind just fell into the fifth dimension there. I mean, do you work for Area 51? I don't even understand. What are you even saying, buddy? What? I don't even... Sir. What? Area... Yeah, if I would have had more wood there, I would have lived. That's what she said. Did this guy just say wood is useless because there's a more advanced civilization that doesn't use wood? So what would that be? Aliens? Like because we definitely still use wood on planet Earth. This is a crazy conversation. Report to Tyrell. Here we go. You want to know what's the funniest thing about this conversation? The funniest part of it, to me, is I opened my comment even saying that this is not an investment strategy. It's just funny that wood is so rare when we think it's so common. And then Homeboy got furious trying to explain that wood is useless. It's actually kind of crazy. I even opened saying this is not an investment strategy. But he still somehow got mad. It's crazy. You're not furious? Okay, well, I'm not furious either. But I do think you said some crazy things though. Hey, this looks like is this dopamine tunnels where we used to looks very similar. This is where we used to level up guys in the beginning. Anybody remember that? Those were the dark days. The word wood triggered him. Wood does have multiple meanings. I could see it. You ran that dungeon 400 times. Yeah, you want to know what was the worst part about it? If you did it correctly, you didn't even finish the dungeon. You weren't even supposed to finish it. You just do the first part of it and reset. When am I going to start PoE 2 content? I'm purposely waiting, because if I play PoE 2 now, I'm, gonna get burnt out. So, what's today? The 9th? It comes out the 29th? 20 days? Maybe in like 10 days or something. Maybe 10 days before I start. I will have plenty of time to completely warm up and stuff. Release the wood files. You're telling us that wood is a better investment than gold. You are reaching. Bennu, this is the last time I'm gonna talk to you, and this time I'm actually gonna speak normally. The first thing that I said is this is not an investment strategy. It's a fun fact. And I also said if this strategy would ever work, it would only work on a 1 million year plan, which is also irrelevant. I never once said ever that you should invest in wood over gold. So my question to you is, how in the world, from what I said, did you gather that I'm telling people to invest in wood over gold? How did you arrive at that conclusion? Where in anything that I said implies A, I was giving a financial strategy at all, and B, that financial strategy was to right now buy wood instead of gold? How did that happen? Who is Rax even talking to? I misunderstood you. I'm sorry. I'm not a native speaker. It it's okay, man. It's okay. Let's just agree to be friends. I'm willing to wash it away. We just let it go. Some of the messages that you sent me, though, I found very surprising. That's fine. I like this strategy. You want to know what? I'll even apologize too. I'm sorry for calling you a fucking moron. Apologize. Why don't we just let it go? You want to know what's the great part, Bennu? We agree. Don't invest in wood. You and I agree. You want to know what's funny about that? Right before I started streaming, I was in, you can Google this, Google it, fact check me. I was in Cortland, Alabama at International Paper. The factory went under. They used to produce paper from wood. They went under, and Cortland, Alabama, the people who worked there, they lost a shitload of jobs. I was going to build a biochemical plant and retrofit it out of the abandoned paper mill in Cortland, Alabama. That was one of my biggest jobs, was to speak to all the not only the people from International Paper, but also to talk to the governors and try to get grants and tax breaks so we could bring 1,000+ jobs back to Cortland, Alabama, retrofit that plant, and synthesize levulinic acid for the United States government. I spent over a year trying to buy that plant. Typical Rax forcing his wood on others. Yeah, we have the OnlyFans for that, guys. If you want to see more wood, go to the OnlyFans. So I've actually, I study a lot of wood in my personal time, if you know what I mean, but I actually was studying wood for my job. Real wood. Link to what? Link to the abandoned plant? You want me to find it on Google and link it to you? Just Google it. Abandoned or shut down International Paper plant in Cortland, Alabama. Type it. Oh, link the only. Oh, the OnlyFans. Oh. Pokemon is a great investment. You know, the people that, isn't it true that the people that set the prices on the Pokemon cards are also the people that auction off the cards? It's like, it's giga corrupt. I thought like the
the people who auction off the cards also set the prices of the cards. So it's like a super corrupt way to... Isn't that how everything works? I mean, not really. Like, an auction site that's selling a classic car doesn't also set the prices of the classic car. They just conduct an auction to see who wants to buy it, right? I think Carl Jobst has a video on this, doesn't he? About how unbelievably corrupt the video game and trading card game things are. I thought Carl Jobst had a video on this. I think he has multiple videos on it, does he not? Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure he has multiple videos covering this. Thoughts on pulverized druid? I haven't even seen a druid this league. Is anybody even playing druid? I don't think I've seen a druid. Are there like 5 druids in the world right now? You made a companion druid. It's really good. So how powerful are you? Are you in T12 or what are you? Where are you at? Yeah, I think they might get rid of that. You want to know another thing that I think they might get rid of? I think they're getting rid of this in Europe or in certain countries in Europe at a minimum. But I think they're going to start with getting rid of spending a currency to buy a gaming currency to buy products. So, like, I don't know. What does Blizzard have? Blizzard, what? I don't even know. What's the currency of this game? Like silver coins or something? Yeah, I think a lot of European countries, or maybe it's all of them as like a big initiative, are pushing to get rid of it. Yeah, Belgium, Denmark. Yeah, platinum. So if you guys didn't know this, you probably do, but if you did not know this, a very common marketing strategy. So there's a lot of reasons why this works. It's like psychological. So there's a couple of facets to it. So if you spend $20 on 300 platinum, then when you spend the platinum, for most people, the way that your brain processes it is you're actually not spending money. You're just spending the in-game coins you have, but you paid real money to have those coins. So marketing finds that people will much more likely be willing to spend platinum than they are dollar bills or something. And then the other way is it's structured usually where you would think a horse costs, I don't know, $10, but they'll structure it in a way where like you have to buy a little bit more than $10 worth of the platinum package in order to buy the mount. And then what that allows you to do is people will have a little bit, first of all, they'll spend more, and then they'll have a little bit of platinum left over. And then the next thing that they see that they want to buy, they'll be like, oh, I want that too, but I only have 20 platinum. So I'll buy the platinum package with 400 platinum in it. And now I have the thing that I want with 120 platinum left over, which also doesn't buy anything, but I'll just wait for the next thing that I want. And at the end of the whole cycle, when you tally it all up, the end result is you just spent more money than you would have before. Whereas if games stopped doing that and it just said, this mount costs $20, swipe or not, marketing studies would show that you would spend less. So it's all psychological. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be, like Barry said, it's supposed to be weird numbers that don't add up to anything. Because then you will spend more. Is my mic on mute? It shouldn't be. You're cheap, you're their worst nightmare. I personally, I don't think I have ever purchased a thing in Diablo 4. Now, Blizzard sometimes has gifted me a battle pass. That's happened many times. Or they've gifted me a package. Here's the Paladin pack. Have this for being in the partner program. That's absolutely happened. But me myself, I don't think I've ever bought something from the Blizzard store. Is that stuff banned in Europe? I don't think it's banned yet, but I think a lot of the countries in Europe are trying to ban it. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Like, I don't know how often Europe does things actually as one unit, but seems like something that maybe all the countries would be interested in. And if Europe bans it, then maybe other countries will. You're guilty of overspending. You bought the Ultimate Edition twice. So why did you buy the Ultimate Edition twice? Did you buy it for a friend, or why did you buy two of them? I see what you're saying. You bought the Ultimate Edition both times for each expansion. Oh, okay. Well, another thing that needs to be said, like, a lot of people are in different financial situations, right? Like, to some people, $100 is a lot of money. That makes total sense, right? So buying the Ultimate Edition just makes no sense, right? For others, you have disposable income and playing Diablo is your hobby, and you like the skins that come in the Ultimate package, and $100 is not an amount of money that you're going to miss. So I don't even like look down upon people who buy the Ultimate Edition. Like, if you really like the game and $100 is not a massive amount of money to you, I mean, go ahead, whatever. Unless you have a girlfriend, then good luck. Yes, if you have a girlfriend, then you have a black hole of money, right? So the money is constantly being drained away. So yeah, you got to be mindful of that, of course. You want to know what's funny? Actually, if I'm being honest, I have never had a girlfriend in my life who was like a very big spender. I don't think that's ever happened. Well, all my girlfriends actually were not really that materialistic. They didn't really care. You spend $0. So what do you buy, Haley? When you have like extra money or you want to splurge, what do you buy? That's the type of girl that I attract. I mean, I guess, yeah, like, I'll be honest. If I saw it wouldn't immediately be a red flag. I mean, honestly, I don't even know how to detect it because I don't even know what this shit is. But if I see a girl with super fancy designer clothes and a fancy purse and jewelry everywhere that you can see the bling from 6 miles away, it's like, I don't know, like, I guess my immediate thought would be I don't think we're even a good fit at all because I'm the kind of person where give me 2 tacos and a blue hoodie and I'm good. It's not even like I don't mind that they have money and I don't mind that they buy those things. That it's not that. I don't care about that. It's just I don't think that I think you and I are different. I think we approach life differently. Cuz even if I had $1 trillion, I would not buy those things. I just wouldn't. If you think girlfriends are expensive, wait till you have a wife. Or kids. Okay. This was an extremely short stream. All I did was level up my sorcerer, which was terrible, but a bunch of my friends are here from out of state and they want to go eat. So I'm gonna go hang out with them. But tomorrow I'll make it up to you. Tomorrow we're gonna turn this guy into Ball Lightning Man, and we're gonna do a bajillion damage. Yeah, I'm much more like Asmongold to some degree in some ways. Like I like I'm not saying Asmongold is a slob, but I'm not a slob. Will I don't mind living in a nice place, having a nice car, having some nice things, but that does not motivate me at all. I never think about it ever. Like it's not a driving force for my life is getting stuff. So if that's like a major driving force for them, it's not even like it's a guaranteed no or anything like that. It's just there's already a very significant difference on how we approach life. Anyway, I'm gonna head out for now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. That was kind of a short stream. That was only 3 hours. That was kind of a short. That's pathetic, but I'll make it up to you. Well, who should we raid? Yo, let's raid Michaela. Her name isn't even Michaela, but I call her Michaela anyway, because her name is so close to Michaela. I haven't raided her in probably 2 years. Let's raid her. She's playing Diablo 4. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Tomorrow, we'll actually make an endgame sorcerer. And we're going to fry. GG's, guys. Thanks for being here.